Losing weight does not have to be a struggle. With these handy tips and tricks, losing weight takes much less effort. We advise you to start implementing small changes. Because of this, you build up more and more confidence and you get much more energy to persevere. The most important tips are listed below. Tip 1. With realistic expectations, you double the chance of success. Learning a healthy lifestyle starts with a realistic expectation of what is feasible for you, and to accept this. But what is real then? Losing weight is a lot easier with the use of handy tips and tricks. A lot of research has been done on this subject, and it appears that for most overweight people a weight loss of 10 to 15% of the current body weight is feasible to sustain. That is if you look at the long term, 1 to 5 years. For example, are you currently 100 kilograms? Then the weight of 90 to 85 kilograms is realistic to aim for. This is very different from what many commercial parties believe. And this false promise is one reason why things often go wrong and people are disappointed. But we think it's important to provide you with the right information and not to give you unrealistic expectations. Our advice is to strive for a weight that fits you and that you can keep. Every person has a weight that suits him or her. This is also called a set point weight. You can sit under it, but not too much, otherwise, you'll have to put a lot of effort into maintaining that weight. Tip 2. You can still eat unhealthy things. Furthermore, it is important not to prohibit yourself. Suppose you like chocolate very much. Then banning chocolate ensures that you only want more. In addition, a piece of chocolate occasionally fits well in a healthy diet. Tip 3. Choose food that fits your body and lifestyle. We advise you to choose food that fits your body and lifestyle. The easiest way is to do this step by step instead of following a diet. Many diets prescribe far too few calories in comparison to a normal diet and thus increase the risk of malnutrition. A good example, diet plan can be a useful way to teach yourself a healthy diet. Such an example shows what you need in a day and how you can vary. In addition, you can continue to eat anything that you like. The point is that you can maintain your new lifestyle. This is therefore different from a diet where you temporarily give up. Do not think in terms of fast solutions that will ultimately have the opposite effect, but choose a way to maintain a healthy diet throughout your life. Tip 4. Start with small changes. You must have heard about the metaphor of the frog. If you put a frog in a pan of cold water and put it on the fire, it doesn't move a leg and you boil the frog to death. But if you throw the frog in warm water, the animal jumps out of the water. Now we advise against testing this yourself. But the underlying idea also applies when changing habits. As humans, we are often bad at changing our habits. We find it particularly difficult to make major changes. Therefore, start with small changes so that you experience less resistance. In addition, small changes can ultimately have a major effect. Tip 5. Reward yourself for the desired behavior. Rewarding yourself is a good tool to maintain the desired behavior. Suppose you have lasted a week not to put any sugar in the coffee, then reward yourself with a movie in an evening. Tip 6. Prepare for resistance. If you are going to lose weight, it also means that you have to leave something. This can cause a sense of loss in the beginning. It is important to take this into account. Do you notice resistance? Such a little voice in your head that always want to sabotage. Then find out for yourself where the resistance comes from, what the reasons are. Sometimes it helps to choose a different approach or to take a step back. Focus on the benefits of why you want to lose weight. Tip 7. Devise solutions in advance to deal with your pitfalls. Suppose you have a habit of snacking when you feel stressed. Chances are that in the near future you will once again get a craving for snacks as soon as stress arises. Changing this habit will often be difficult for you. It is therefore very important to prepare for difficult moments. So what are you going to do when you are really looking forward to eating sweets? Make a plan B that is a healthy alternative and that distracts you from the thought of snacking. You can think of calling a friend. Most of the time the urge to snare has disappeared. Tip 8. Maintain rules of conduct and keep track of how they are doing. Maintaining rules of conduct, also known as behavioral goals, will help you to lose weight. Rules of conduct are daily choices and behaviors that you know contribute to achieving your end goal, which is to lose weight. This way you tackle unhealthy or unwanted behavior step by step and you create new, healthy habits. Formulate concrete actions for daily life and keep track of this behavior every day, for example in a notebook or hang a list on the refrigerator. Example. Behavioral goal: from now on I don't put sugar in my coffee. Day 1, successful. Day 2, succeeded. Did you manage not to add sugar to your coffee for a week? Then reward yourself with something nice. Tip 9, do not judge yourself if you make a mistake. Do not throw the towel in the ring once you have fallen back into an old habit. You make mistakes while learning new behavior. In other words, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. In the event of a misstep, it is important to analyze why it went wrong. Then you come up with a plan of how you can do better next time. Tip 10, make use of professional guidance. It can be very valuable to use professional guidance. A professional, such as a dietitian or behavioral expert, can work with you to see which approach suits you best.